in all these years, I mean, in working with and getting the opportunity to interview all these like high performing, really exceptional human beings, and just what has really stood out for you? I mean, I imagine it's been very inspiring. I imagine you learn a lot just being in the same room as Barack Obama, Elon Musk, Michael Jordan, Kobe beyond, but like, have there been any like certain takeaways that stay with you?
One of the common denominators with all those people you mentioned is that they don't look back. And in my business, you want them to. So they're reluctant to sit down. You have to strap them into a chair and say, take me back to that moment in 1986 when you scored 63. What were you thinking? They're not used to doing that. When we were first researching the Andre doc, and I was being vetted by André The Giant doc, and I was being vetted by WWE, I had to go through all these henchmen, and the last guy you have to meet with is Vince McMahon. So I went into his office and I was saying to him that earlier that day, the historian, librarian of WWE had brought me to this warehouse in Connecticut where all of these pieces of history, of wrestling history, are stored. As I said earlier, I'm not a huge wrestling fanatic, but people who are would be in awe of the little and big. They have the ring from the first WrestleMania there, and then they have little like tools and costumes and photos upon photos and magazines and memorabilia. And it's all I'm sure that there's a method to the madness with them, but it looks to the outsider like it's just in piles on shelves. It looks like Home Depot. And I'm sure they know how to find certain things, but it just looks like this kind of beautiful menagerie of all of these wrestling history all in one room. And I said to him, do you know how much you could monetize that? Do you know that people would come from far and wide to walk through that museum? And he said, I never think about it. I'm just always thinking about moving forward. So these people, these men and women who are, or these icons to us, they're sharks. They never. And again, this goes back to like the paranoia and fear of failure thing. I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. It's a gift and a curse. It's a gift, obviously, because it's gotten them to where they are. But it's the curse is that you want these people to have the pleasure of sitting back and reflecting on what they've done to get where they are, and to take pride in that and to express pride in that, and then to maybe offer up some wisdom about how to get or to how they did it. So to sit these people down, it's almost cathartic sometimes, is that they enjoy it. Once they know they're strapped in and they have to look back, it's almost cathartic for them, I think, to tell their stories and to look back, and they can almost become wistful because they don't get a chance to do that often.